these are the answers for logs day 5, our homework from Friday. So for these 4 questions, they want you to find the inverse. So if you remember from before we went on break, finding an inverse is you're just switching your x and your y value. So our first step, we're just going to switch them. So x equals 6 to the y. Since the y is in the exponent, the only way that we can get that down is by switching this into a log. So remember, anytime that you are switching from a log to an exponential, you have to identify the base. For this question, it's 6. And then we just swap those other 2 numbers. So we have log base 6, and then we have big X equals Y. Okay, so there's our inverse there because we have Y by itself. So we can rewrite that if we want to and say Y equals log base 6 of X. So there's our answer right there. Okay, for question number 2, we're going to do the same thing. We have a -2 in the exponent here, but we're still going to do same thing, switch X and Y. Okay, and then to get this out of the exponent, we have to rewrite it. So we're going to change it into a log. So again, we have our base is 4 here. And then I'm going to switch this y minus 2 stays together because it's the exponent. So I'm going to swap the place for the x and the y minus 2. So it's log base 4 of x equals y minus 2. Okay, now it's switched. So we're just going to add 2 to both sides to get y by itself. So we've got y equals log base 4 of x plus 2. There's our answer for that one. So basically we're just switching x and y and then changing it from a log to an exponential to solve these. So that was 1 and 2 where you're starting with an exponential. So now for question 3 and 4, they're giving you a log. So again, we're going to switch x and y first. So we've got x equals log of y. Okay, and now to get this y out of the log, I have to rewrite it as an exponential. And remember that our base for log is 10. So I've got 10. I'm going to swap the x and the y because there's my base. So 10 to the x equals y. And there's our answer. If you want to rewrite it to have y first, you can do that too. Y equals 10 to the x. Okay. Number 4, this one is the hardest one. It has the most extra stuff to it, that +1 in there and that -7. But again, we're still solving the same way. Switch your x and y. Okay, and then I want to add this 7 first. So that I can rewrite it as an exponential. So I have a natural log here, so my base is e. Okay, this y and this 1, those are together. This x and this 7, those are also together. So when we rewrite it, I have my base is e. I'm swapping these 2 sets of parentheses. Okay, so I have my exponent is x plus 7 equals y plus 1. Then to get that y by itself, I'm going to subtract 1. So I have y equals e to the x plus 7 minus 1. One thing I want you guys to be careful with here is make sure that it's clear that this 7 is in the exponent and this 1 is a larger number. It's a normal number. It's not in the exponent.